mic comes in tomorrow. Yeah, I got a microphone for the phone thing, so I decided I might as well invest a little bit in it if I'm spending a lot of my time making these videos. But today we're talking about training, because I want to revisit that topic as well. And it's kind of fitting since someone in my other video asked me to do like a bodybuilding posing tutorial, which I can do. And it would be on theme with the training video and like some things that I need to touch on again. So specifically, a lot of my ideas about training have kind of changed. I still love training. It's still one of my favorite things that I do day by day, and it's instilled some really, really good themes into my life, and like how I can be uncomfortable with something and it can still be good. But we'll get into the mental aspect of it here in a minute. First of all, my way of training has just changed. So over the summer, which was when my last video came out about this, I at the time I was training like day by day, no rest days, because I was just trying to figure out what I liked. No rest days, where they're needed, blah blah blah. But at that time I was kind of just training heavy and like letting it happen. I was very big into the Sam Sulek style of training at that time, and slowly over time I've kind of switched as I've realized what a smarter way of training is. And it was also powerlifting back then. I was doing a lot of like strength-based training and things like that. But I've kind of changed my training to be more in tune with me, I guess. Whenever I got super busy in college, I realized that I don't have the time to do the whole powerlifting thing anymore and dedicate the rest that I need to that. Because like, obviously you need 8 hours of sleep, and whenever I was training these like heavy days, I would need a little bit more than 8 hours to recover from that. I was really pushing like above 450 on squat, like above 3 plates on bench. Like I was really fucking the weights up around that time, and I was pushing my body, so I would need that sleep, and I really didn't have anything else to do whenever I was here over the summer. So it was just like, oh, sleep, eat, gym, and work, and that's like the only things that I really did, and that's why I started doing the videos in the first place. But now on to the idea that I can still get really, really good progress, but have my rest in between instead of at night whenever I'm sleeping. Like a lot of my training now consists on like deep stretch positions, and then over the course of my year at college, I looked a lot into like scientific literature and stuff like that, because my major is exercise science, so I looked a lot into that and like how it affects you, and I really looked into like the whole massive thing that blew up over the time, which was length and partials, and like how the stretch position of the movement is like where you see the most growth, and I like that idea. It's a pretty cool thing. But just like my other videos, living in extremes is far too hard, and some people are a little bit too into it, so I try and avoid it a little bit, and I try to avoid bringing it up to like gym bro kind of people. But I do really think that like controlled eccentric, not a slow eccentric, a controlled one, and pausing in that stretch position and getting as deep as possible is where you're going to see the most growth. And I can say personally that I have seen the most growth doing that, and over the past year-ish I've really grown in size and then cut down when it was necessary. But yeah, I think I've seen the most gym progress over the last year, especially just cutting off a lot of the weight. I'm just seeing it more. But that is because of the way I'm training and like giving myself recovery days and rest days, on top of the fact thinking about training has changed a lot. Like the way that I view training in general has changed. Whenever you're going to school, you really have a whole day set ahead of you, and maybe you're doing a day full of things that you don't like. Like I would go to work, I would go to classes, and I would study. Like all those things are not very invigorating things, and maybe I don't have time to hang out with my friends that day because I'm super, super busy. I see the gym as a part of my day that I can set aside basically every day and have that good time for myself. I can put my phone away, I can stay, like I can joy. It gives me that fun thing to do throughout the day. And I really, really, really do think it has helped me a lot. And it's something I can look forward to every single day and improve at week by week. And that is what I view it as, not as like a thing improving my body to try and impress other people. I do not give a fuck about what other people think about me whenever I'm training. Like, I could give a fuck less. And whenever someone tells me about their gym anxiety, like whenever they're going to the gym, this is advice if you do have gym anxiety, by the way, I always tell them, and usually it's a girl, but there's some guys out there too, I promise that I care a lot more about what I'm doing than what you're doing. I literally cannot tell you what other people have done in the gym if they haven't told me about it. I don't really pay attention to anyone outside of myself. I'm in my own head thinking, like, I'm not really paying attention to if anyone's looking at me or anything. I barely even wear pump covers anymore. Like, okay, so for a while there, I was literally just wearing big shirts and sweatpants because I didn't really fucking care what other people saw me as or see me in a light as. And that's contradictory with the Instagram page that I have, which is up with lifting content and stuff. But I think that's also partly just for me to see progress over time. I'm not really looking for the attention that it comes with, but it's there. And then this YouTube channel, it's kind of like the same thing. It's not specifically for anyone else, but kind of myself. And then like looking at what I say during these videos and like how I ramble, because I can look back on it and see what I say. But that's kind of how I view the gym. I see it as like a bright spot in my day that I really enjoy. And obviously there's a lot of in-depth things to talk about whenever it comes to the gym, but there's so many videos out there that can help you with that. If you're looking into like things to help start getting yourself into the gym, I have like a couple channels for you. I highly recommend Jeff Nippard. His most recent videos are really helpful for gym beginners, and he just put out a video a year of him training that is amazing for any like experienced lifter, beginning lifter, advanced lifter, any of them. Like it's a really good video just to watch. It's very entertaining. Renaissance periodization. Look up that YouTube channel. Very, very good. It's Dr. Mike Isertel. He is really funny. This is gonna be like, he's a really entertaining guy. He's gonna talk about things that you wouldn't really expect a gym creator to talk about. But he's also extremely intelligent, and he backs up a lot of his statements with research, and he has his PhD in exercise science. Extremely helpful content. And I used to like have his videos playing in my AirPods at work, and I would just kind of listen to it. Highly recommend that channel. And then one more, if you're looking for like more gym bro-y, like interesting thing to watch that's kind of not like science-y or anything like that, I really highly recommend Max Taylor Lifts. He's just a very entertaining guy. He's done a couple of natural bodybuilding shows, and his way of training is also like very smart, but it's not like rooted in like all about the science talk. His videos are more entertaining to watch, and you can look up on any of these channels how to get started with these kinds of things, because there's just so much content out there. But I highly recommend those 3 YouTube channels if you're looking into that, and then kind of base what you want to do out of any of those. The most variety of advice is going to come from Dr. Mike Isertel, like the Renaissance Periodization YouTube channel, because he just has so many videos up for beginners. Like, just literally look up Renaissance Periodization Beginner, and you'll get so much content out of that. But as someone that's lifted for a while, almost 3.5 years now, that's like baby time for a lot of people, but like it's a decent amount of time for others. I'd say exactly where to start is if you're trying to lose weight, gain weight. If you're just trying to get into the gym, I highly recommend just getting a calorie tracker, having it tell you what your daily maintenance calorie is, and then just log your foods. It doesn't matter what you do or like if you change any of your diet stuff. Just log your foods for a while, see what it says, research what macros you should be eating and what you are eating right now, and just look at it. And just look, and then like get in a gym, do a little easy training sessions to ease yourself into it. But again, there is a video for this on Renaissance Periodization's channel. And then another piece of advice that I have for you, if you're brand new, holy shit, do not overdo it. Don't stack on so much shit at once. Like, start a week by tracking your macros. Don't even get into the gym yet. And then a week after that, keep tracking your macros, but also get into the gym. Okay, I've trained 4 days a week, and then repeat that. Maybe a couple weeks later, you're like, okay, I can do 5 days with 2 days off, which is almost kind of like my split. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. And then after that, you can do you gotten acclimated to tracking your macros, your diet's on check, and then you're in the gym and you're tracking what you're doing in the gym, and you're progressively overloading, and that's comfortable. Okay, start doing cardio every day, and then it's like start doing all of those things until you're comfortable with another, and I swear you'll start getting comfortable with every single part of it. You'll start getting comfortable getting 8 hours of sleep minimum. You'll start being comfortable waking up and being hydrated, drinking water, doing cardio, going to the gym, tracking your macros. Like you'll start being like, it just becomes a part of everyday life, and that's kind of where I'm at. It's like this is another additive to that, like the videos that I'm making. It's like, all right, I have my water, sleep, diet, training, like everyday life in check. Fuck it, YouTube now. And whenever I'm comfortable with that, something else. Like, it's just building yourself up over and over and over again, and I think that's why it's a healthy habit to have. Because realistically, you could do this with everything. It's just that this is a very healthy way of looking at it. Like, it's a healthy thing to do. This is helping you live longer, be happier. Like, I swear it. So scientifically, it makes sense because it releases these endorphins in your brain. It makes you happier to exercise for some fucking reason. However, just having something that you can look at every single day and know, oh, I did that, and I'm going to sleep better tonight because of it. It's also going to make you a happier person. And my last piece of advice for this is, don't do it for anyone else. Do it for yourself. Don't like go into it wanting everyone else to look at you and like, oh, you look different. Oh, you look better. Don't expect that and don't want that. Want to be better for yourself. Expect to be better for only you. And you'll grow a lot as a person because of it. Now that was pretty easy to talk about actually, because I didn't stop one time. But like it's just, this is something that I've been passionate for so long that it feels like nothing to talk about. Like I've had this conversation many times with people in my life, and they see the passion and they realize I'm not a fucking weirdo anymore. It's like just genuinely obsessed with something that doesn't matter, because it does matter to me, and it's my thing, and I'm excited to share it with people whenever they ask. But almost at the gym now. I'm gonna do some legs, and then whenever we get around to posing time, I run through some ideas on how to do that for you, because someone asked and I will accommodate. And I would love if that keeps happening. I would love if people keep on DMing me questions or commenting questions. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to answer some questions for you guys. I'll see you guys inside. Okay, so this is gonna be like the posing section of the video. A couple of tips, like before I even get into it, is that you should play to your strengths, like what genetic strengths you have. Like for example, mine are my shoulders, my chest, and my hamstrings. So anything that makes my waist look smaller will make me look just better. It's a lot about illusions whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. But I'll show you an example. Now notice how I put my shirt in so it looks like my waist is smaller. Kind of stuff like that, you know? And then for upper body posing, which I'll get through in a second, it's a lot about like anything on the side, making your chest come up and bigger and pop out more. And then anything like you're like showing off your abs and stuff, it's to the side and then showing off your waist. And then just playing with the different positions that you can put your arms and stuff. Like some people, whenever they're messing with their biceps, you can flex up, but however far you move your wrist will make your bicep move. Higher peak, lower peak, and longer. It's just a lot of playing around with it. But I'd say the most important part is practicing a lot. And then just figuring out which poses like accentuate your like strong points is really important. A lot of practice, but like the basics is basically just make your waist look smaller, make everything else look bigger. Now some of my specific favorites are ones that show off my core and come down, because my lats will make a V shape, like this one. And then for back poses is a lot about just bringing it back, flexing like you're doing a row, and then coming out with it. So like pushing your lats out, like you're pushing your armpits forward. Yeah, so that's some of the tips that I have to like accentuate some of your body parts. And then lighting. Find an LED light, preferably just one, or a light that's above you, and just set it up right above you so the light's shining down on you. It's the best part to do. That's like the best way to do it. I don't really mess with the settings on my posing stuff, so I don't, but just practice with it, work with it, and then notice like what parts stand out to you. I hope that's helpful.